update on our winter weather conditions as we're seeing it starting to move in with this system that's going to continue to overspread the region and affect us the rest of tonight. Good part of the day for us on Sunday before finally on Sunday night it is getting out of the region. Now, you were just looking at a view from the camera, from the zoo camera. Let me take you, hit that button there. This is from our Poor Mountain camera sitting up above the clouds now. Not seeing anything on the ground as of yet. We have seen into especially the New River Valley some areas where snow's starting to accumulate, especially into the grass, maybe on the sides of the roads. Somebody zooms that camera in, it looks like a little bit for us there. We're going to continue to keep a close eye on conditions as we head throughout the evening and overnight hours. Winter storm warnings are continuing for us area-wide across the entire Commonwealth. In fact, we're seeing these winter weather conditions that are these winter storm warnings that are continuing for us. And really, they're across multiple states. We've got them running from Maine all the way back to Texas and New Mexico, covering every state in between. So you can see almost half the country being impacted by the storm with ice storm warnings down across the Carolinas, Georgia, and then from Tennessee down into Texas, where they're predominantly looking at freezing rain. We're going to see mixed modes here at home as we see the start of snow, then changing over eventually to sleet, and at least for some, that freezing rain is coming in. All right, let's start off with what we're seeing outside right now. Where we've seen it going the longest is here into the New River Valley. Especially it looks like where we're seeing those deeper blues there along and west of Interstate 81 and then down Route 21 into Grayson County. So from Independence, Wytheville, westward, and then west from Pulaski, Christiansburg, Blacksburg, Radford, where we're seeing definitely some areas of snow that are getting down to the ground. Take you over into the Roanoke Valley now. Flurries so far. Haven't really been able to get anything on the ground. The air here is extremely dry. Humidity only running 35 to 40%. So it's going to take some time to bring those humidity levels up some more to finally start to get some accumulations going here. That's expected to happen as we head with time, as we head throughout the evening. Maybe starting to push some flurries into portions of central Virginia for you folks, say Bedford back around toward Lynchburg. And then as we head southward into south side, not likely seeing a lot of this get down to the ground, but certainly some of it potentially is going to here with noticing some bursts just across the border into North Carolina. So some of that humid air mass may continue working up in our direction. Let me show you the temperatures that we're seeing outside. See, anything that's going to fall sticking around. It's cold. The warm spot looks to be Lexington and Galax, both coming in at 21 degrees. Cold spots, Hot Springs at 7. So we're going to see these temperatures hold here, even take down a few degrees as we head through the overnight hours for tonight. Bit of a breeze as well, making it feel colder. It feels like 3 below in Hot Springs, 9 in Roanoke, 5 in Blacksburg, and in Floyd. So if you have to be outside, bundle up because this cold's not going to get any better anytime soon. Even after the storm, we're going to stay on the cold side for us. Moisture feed continuing to slide up in our direction from the south. That area of low pressure far enough away where we're not getting the warm air from it yet. High pressure to the north keeps that cold air coming down in our direction. But that low is going to be lifting its way northward. And as that happens, that's when we're going to start to see the changeover into different precipitation types. Noticing as we look toward Tennessee that we're seeing that basically along maybe just slightly north of Interstate 40 right now, where we're seeing the sleet line, freezing rain to the south. That line eventually going to be moving up in our direction with that changeover. The one thing that's making me think I may need to lower snow totals just a little bit for us is the fact that this dry air has cut things down so far here on the beginnings of the event. So because of that, we may be coming in a little bit lower on the ranges that I show you here coming up in just a second. Let me show you the timing of this storm, what I'm expecting to see for us as the system is moving in for us now. We'll continue to see probably for about the next 4, 5, 6 hours, mainly snow. Starting in the south, that's where we're going to start to see that changeover to some sleet, maybe a snow-sleet mix for us, at least initially, but definitely more changeover as we head through the night As we head through to about 6 a.m., it looks like many of us are going to be seeing that sleet. Maybe the higher peaks up into the highlands, say back into Pocahontas and Highland counties, could be seeing still some snow hanging on. But elsewhere, I'm looking at sleet. With the intensities backing down into the south, that's where I'm thinking we may see some pockets of freezing rain getting thrown in as well as we head into your Saturday morning. Through the day on Saturday, I think a lot of sleet's going to be coming in, but certainly where the intensity backs off, that's freezing drizzle to freezing rain coming in for us. And one thing I'm watching is notice the two areas of low pressure. The one over the coast is going to become the predominant one, and the one inland is going to be weakening down. As we see the transfer of energy from one to the other, that's where I think we could get a little bit of a lull in the activity, maybe taper down to just some freezing drizzle for a few hours before the intensity picks up back up as the front then starts to move its way eastward and eventually starts to clear the region. So by 5 o'clock, sleet, freezing rain, a possibility for us. Now notice down into far southwest, that's where we've got an area of just rain. Temperatures here may go up 32, 35, maybe even 38 degrees, say from Tazewell back down toward Bristol. I'm watching to see how far east that warming trend gets. Right now, I'm kind of bringing it toward the I-77 corridor as we get into tomorrow night, or we could see the wedge of road on the western sides of the mountains. Very typical what we would see on these wedge days, where we've got like Bluefield, Wytheville, and Galax warmer than the remainder of the area. That could happen for us tomorrow night, which could bring this event to an end of this rain for you. Still the sleet and freezing rain elsewhere. Notice the main line of precipitation is out of here by about 10 o'clock on your Sunday night. Models have been trending a little bit faster with this. Some have it ending as early as 7. Others are about 11 midnight. So 10 kind of seems to be a nice midpoint for the back edge of the main body of moisture moving out of here. Maybe some freezing drizzle continuing on the backside of it until humidity levels really start dropping off for us as we head throughout the remainder of the night. Then we're going to see low pressure forming, that snow showers, the wraparound moisture coming in back onto the western hills. We're going to see those snow showers that are going to be coming down, likely continuing throughout the day on Monday for us, especially Pocahontas and Greenbrier counties, but maybe into the Mountain Empire as well, towards, say, Berks Garden, Tazewell, and then continuing down to maybe Marion and Mount Rogers into western portions of Grayson County with another inch or two of possibility, while the rest of us are just going to be cold. And unfortunately, I think we're going to get windy as well on the backside of this system as it tries to deepen off the coast. That could increase winds for us as we head through the day on Monday. And if we've got a lot of icing on power lines, that is certainly not going to be a good thing, as we could see at least 20 mile per hour gusts, some of the higher elevations, maybe 30, 35 miles per hour with those wind gusts coming our way. All right, here's the snowfall forecast. And again, I'm starting to think we may be toward the lower end in each of these ranges, with 1 to 4 expected into the south. And this is kind of snow and sleet combined. In the weather world, we kind of combine the two things together. So snow and sleet combined, 1 to 4 inches in the south. Southern Blue Ridge, New River Valley, Roanoke Valley, Lynchburg, Central Virginia. I'm putting us at 4 to 8. And then as we head north of Interstate 64, 8 to 10, some isolated 12-inch areas are going to be falling for us here. So that's the latest on the snowfall. As for the ice impacts, we're looking for minor as we head to the north, moderate for a good part of the region. But Southern Blue Ridge, I think even parts of South Side, especially as we get into, say, Charlotte, Halifax, and Pittsylvania counties, we could see some potentially major impacts from that freezing rain. Same thing as we head into the Mountain Empire, depending on if temperatures can get above 32 degrees here as we go late afternoon into the evening hours for us on Sunday. But certainly we're going to be keeping an eye on those areas in the red for the most severe impacts. Right along the Blue Ridge, we always get those cold spots. Believe it or not, being higher in this event actually could give you some more freezing rain because you're actually closer to the warmer air. A little bit further away in the valleys may keep you a little bit more sleet as opposed to that freezing rain for longer, because you're further away from that warm air, which is sitting between 5,000 and 10,000 feet off the ground. Here's what I'm thinking icing wise right now. And again, it could still change a little bit on us, but say 460 Roanoke to Lynchburg points northward. I'm going 10th to a quarter of an inch of freezing rain there, which is the stuff that accumulates on the power lines, roadways, trees, things like that. Quarter to a half inch as we head to the south into the New River Valley and Mountain Empire. So watching these areas very, very closely. So for the next 24 hours, all right, as we head towards 7 in the morning, we got the sleet around, maybe for some, mixing with some freezing rain. Continue that through the lunch hour, maybe a bit more freezing rain getting thrown into the mix as we head late in the afternoon. All right, that front to the west, it's on the move, sliding its way eastward. We're going to get it out of here as we get into the late evening hours on your Sunday. And then this storm system is finally going to be winding down for us as we fully transfer it over to the coast and bringing it to an end for the main body of the region. The typical upslope areas in the west will continue to see that potential for some snow into Monday. So teens for overnight lows for tonight. As we head into tomorrow, high temperatures heading up into the mid to upper 20s, 26, 27 across the south. These probably happening about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. New River Valley, notice I do put like Harrisburg, Bland at 32, maybe Marion up to 34, possibly a little melting before the cold air then starts rushing back in. We've got 20s as we head up into the highlands, into the Roanoke Valley. Going to keep us mainly in the 20s as well, 26, 27 for highs. And then as we head into central Virginia, 24, 25, 26 for high temperatures on your Sunday. 7-day forecast, 28 on Monday, mostly cloudy sky in place, maybe partly cloudy as we head east, down to 0 for Tuesday morning. Couple of days in the 30s. We'll get some melting going on there as we get some sunshine back in. 20s are back for us Thursday and Friday as we see temperatures fall down again into the single digits. We turn cold, and we're going to keep an eye on the Clipper moving through for us on Saturday. May bring some light snow showers to the region. Always the best potential is the western hills, but in this case, a good amount of energy coming through. I can't rule out some of those blowing their way off to the east for us as we head through Saturday. All right, New River Valley 7-day forecast. We've got teens and 20s for you. We've got 20s and 30s as we head into south side. Watching Sunday, dry Monday through Friday, and then keep an eye on Saturday. And then Central Virginia, we've got 20s and 30s for the week ahead. Same thing for you. And then the Highlands, almost a daily chance for the Western Hills for seeing some snow showers. Sunday, an area-wide chance, but then Western Hills Monday and Tuesday, maybe a break Wednesday. And then we're going to watch again as we head into Thursday and Friday for more of those snow showers to come through onto the western sides of the mountains. So that is an update on the forecast. Got another update for you coming up on television, coming up around 6:30. We'll have more updates for you here on WFXR Plus on our main channel, WFXR TV, and on WFXRTV.com.